Stop. Stop looking for the next video to motivate you. The fact is, you can read every single book, watch every video, listen to every single podcast, know all the information that there is to know, and it won't make a difference. What separates the winners from the losers is not the information, it's the action. It's understanding that you're going to learn far more from the action than you will from the research. It's understanding that you're going to get far more motivated by a real victory in real life than you will from any motivational video you could possibly watch. It's understanding that the real wisdom, the real lessons, the real power is found in waking up every single morning and walking the walk. Everything you think you need before you start is already woven into the journey, and you can't learn those lessons, you can't feel those emotions until you take the first step. And there's nothing I or anyone else can say that's going to supplement that. You have to find out for yourself.
I believe that one of the biggest things that gets in the way of growing together or forces us to grow apart is ego. Yeah. And ego is the desire of, I am right, I want to win, and you're wrong. That's what ego is. Anytime you have a thought in an argument with your partner of, I'm right, you're wrong, and I want to win, you're setting yourself up to lose with your partner. So if you want to win, which means they have to lose, you both lose because you're on the same team. So you have two choices. You either win together or you lose together. It's as simple as that.
Don't compare your life to other people's. It may seem like they have it better. They're further along. They don't have the challenges you do. Run your race. God's purpose for your life is not the same as theirs. Don't look to the left or to the right. Stay focused on your calling. As long as you compare, you'll be frustrated because you'll always find somebody that looks like they have it better than you.
3 things to give up in life. Number 1, give up excuses. Embrace your responsibility and face your fears. Number 2, give up toxic habits because we become what we repeatedly do. And number 3, give up fear of failure. Always remember, success is not final and failure is not fatal. Namo Buddhaya.
Ask yourself one question. When you're 80 years old, lying in bed, looking back at your life, will you regret it? Will you regret not trying, not risking, not chasing a dream that mattered more than anything? Failure is temporary, but regret is forever. Look forward, think back, and whatever you do, don't let your future self down.
When you're upset with someone, do you ever notice how you can now remember everything that they've ever done that ever upset you, right? But when you're in love, what's wrong with life? What's wrong with anything? When you're in love, we have no money. Who cares? We're in love, right? So your emotional state controls the story you have about your life, and then your story determines whether you find a strategy, or even if you know the strategy, whether you really do it or not. See, the reason a person's making progress, they may not know what to do. Sometimes that's true. But some people know what to do and they don't do what they know. That's most people. And so why? They have a story that says, it's a set of beliefs they tell themselves over and again, I tried everything. What they're really telling me is I have a story that says I should try this, but it's really not going to work. So I give it a half-weird attempt and it didn't work, and now I can tell people I tried. What you really got to do is learn to change your emotion, your state, change your story, and then you can find the strategy, or you can make the strategy work.
The greatest people on the planet have suffered the most. Suffering is not bad. I'm suggesting suffering is awesome. The ego runs from suffering because it's the death of the ego. But I believe pain, difficult times, failure, loss is purification and preparation for.
You may be tired, you may be struggling, you may be ready to quit. That all may be true. But what you have to understand is that this is what it takes. What you're experiencing right now, what you're going through right now, is exactly what it takes to get to where you want to go. And the reason that so few people make it to where you want to go is because they stop right here, right when it gets hard, when everything sucks and you have every reason to throw in the towel. That's when 99% of people quit. And it's exactly when you need to remind yourself that it's time to keep going. Because right here is where you separate yourself from all the people that are going to spend their days wishing they were living a life that they're not cut out for. But you are.
Most people, the bottom 80%, are lazy, and they're looking for an easy way. They're looking for a shortcut to be successful, and there aren't any. But if you do something repeatedly, over and over, you develop a habit. So most people are in the habit of looking for easy ways to get the things they want. And they're surrounded by people who think the same way. You know, as much as 95% of your thinking is determined by the people that you associate with on a regular basis. If you associate with people who don't work hard, don't learn, socialize after work, then you become like them. You think like them, you talk like them, you dress like them, you marry them. And so you're married to someone who also has no ambition. And you raise children, and your children have no ambition. Just go to work and complain about your work. But top people associate with other top people. So people say, well, where do I find positive people who are thinking about success all the time? First you become one, and then you'll naturally attract it.